ranks.
Welcome to episode 15 of Coast to Coast Game By Deceptive Podcast. I am your host, MKGUY. With me, like usual, I got my boy, Mr. Crazy Kid.
All right.
You know what? I got my boy K Lyric Corgon 117.
K,
How we all doing? I got my boy Bulls Dust. I got the cameraman, a boss Greg guy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I got my boy Mr. Monty.
Hi.
Alright. And I got my boy Mr. Money, Mo Money, Agata Money, Mr. Money. Actually, he's on L Lawlet today. He changed his name. Not really. He's just a fan of Death Note. Either way, Mr. Money, what up?
Hello.
Now, this is our second podcast of the week, as you know. As we said, we were going to do two this week to sort of catch up on some gaming news and reviews and all that you need. Remember that intro? I do. Anyway.
I don't remember it.
Okay.
Hey, disrespectful, man.
Last episode was our E3 week in review episode. Now we're back to regular business, which means, like usual, we're going to start off with the headlines of the week. So, without further ado, let's dive right into
the
it.
business hours.
I don't know what Bruce just said, so we're just going to move on.
All right.
Let's start off with, let's start off with the news that Corgan had just told me about before we even start recording this podcast. Batman Arkham Origins.
Complete edition.
Complete edition. That would include all the DLC, which was only...
Because it wasn't a game of the year, so they had to change it to complete.
Batman Arkham Origins Complete Edition will be coming to PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, unofficially but officially. Meaning it hasn't been announced yet, but it was leaked.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. PlayStation Plus games for July have been announced. PlayStation 4 will get Towerfall Ascension, which is supposed to be a pretty fun co-op game to play. Not online, though, so bring some buddies over for that, or you can play it by yourself. They say it's fun. It's still the same. And then also, we will also receive Strider on PS4 for free. It's a game that I purchased and I thoroughly enjoy. I have to finish it. I got stuck and I got mad and haven't gone back. But when I get unstuck, I will love it again. I really do enjoy that game a lot. Definitely one of the better PS4 Plus games with goodness. And actually they haven't really had a lot of bad Plus games on PS4 yet at all. So Strider's coming to the PS4 for free next month. That's going to be good. A lot of these will be free as of next Tuesday. So PS3, Dead Space 3 is going to be the free game in July, and also Vessel is going to be free. Do you know what Vessel is, Corgan? I don't.
Oh, actually, I have played Vessel. That's a pretty good indie game. It's I played it on Steam, but it's it's kind of clever. Like you get, it's this platformer / puzzler game where your guy like has an invention that he can control water, pretty much, and he can like make little water minions. At least if I remember correctly, if it's a game of... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, you can like make little water like minions, and you have to use them in order to advance in puzzles. So, yeah, that game is pretty good.
Well, Vessel will be free on PlayStation 3 as well as Dead Space 3. PlayStation Vita owners are going to get Muramasa Rebirth. Now, this game has been hailed as some of the best visuals on Vita in terms of the artwork, and it brings out the colors.
I actually really want to play that game.
Yeah, I do too. That game is going to be free on Vita, and also Doki Doki Universe is going to be free on Vita. Now, keep a note, this game does not cross-buy, so you will not get the PS4 version for getting the Vita version for that one.
Gosh,
All of these games will become available for PlayStation Plus owners for free beginning July 1st.
All right.
So that's what we got coming. I'm actually excited for more people to get their hands on Strider. I'm excited to get my hands on the Wave Blue DualShock 4s are coming west. Don't know about those red ones yet, though.
I need a new controller. My analog stick's starting to lose its... Whoa! And Crazy Kid is having technical difficulties?
Crazy Kid's having technical difficulties, or he went to bed because it is some crazy hour in the UK.
That could be as well.
If he doesn't return, just know he loves you guys.
Yep.
Yeah. The Wave Blue DualShock 4s are coming stateside. Not really a release date yet. The only other confirmed... Yeah, it said this fall. The only other DualShock 4 color that's confirmed for this year is the DualShock 4 white one that comes with the Destiny bundle, which I guess they're going to sell separately as well. So we're going to have black, blue, and white.
Camouflage one confirmed as well?
Camouflage one?
About that.
Yeah.
I do need a new controller, though, so I'll definitely keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about the camouflage ones, but I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, just put it out when COD comes out. Infamous First Light, the Infamous Second Son DLC, story DLC, I should say, that they talked about at E3 during the press conference that releases August 26th.
Woohoo!
I thought that was sold separately. It's not a DLC.
Well, I mean, technically it's a DLC, but you don't need the game to play it.
It's just like the other Infamous that they had on the PS3.
Yeah.
Where they have that.
I actually like that idea. It kind of gives people a chance to like get a decent taste of what the game kind of feels like.
Yeah.
If they don't want to pay full price for the full game, they can just download this and get a little bit of a taste and see if they like it or not.
And to be fair, Infamous Second Son is still probably the biggest exclusive the PS4 has to date.
I would agree. At least right now.
And it probably will remain that way until... no, according to The Last of Us Remastered does not count.
Yes, it does. But I guess if we're talking just new releases that haven't been released before, I guess we're talking...
Unless Drive Club surprises everyone and takes off. Well, yeah, Little Big Planet, yeah.
Yeah.
But between Little Big Planet
and Drive Club's gonna take off, but
you never know. Usually Sony exclusives always tend to do well just because of the fanboys.
Yeah, well, the fanboys will probably just say, "Where's my Gran Turismo?"
That's true. Or we'll just say, "Where's our Plus edition?" Oh, yeah. They're giving it to us on Plus. Well, we're not gonna go buy it.
Yep. Pretty much.
They may come back to regret that decision. A next-gen Warhammer 40,000. You remember those games THQ used to make? Yeah. Warhammer 40,000, the next-gen version. Eternal Crusade gets its first CG trailer and gameplay videos today, actually. This is going to release on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's going to be an MMO format. And yeah, go check out the videos. I mean, I can hardly comment because I never played a Warhammer game. I just know that it was one of those games that was purchased when THQ put all their stuff up for sale. So
I've heard a lot of people say they're pretty good, though. So.
This game will launch. Oh, I guess I could mention that this game will launch in 2015. So if you're a fan of Warhammer, there's yet another game coming in the already really cluttered. Yeah.
Man, I need a new job. I don't want to pay for all this crap.
I'm telling you, man, just go full time with Coast to Coast. We'll treat you well.
I promise I will have that Second Son review up now after I graduate.
Next week will be just so you know, next week will be K Lyric's celebration episode.
Indeed. I will be out of school, so I can put more time towards Coast to Coast, and you, our loyal viewers and listeners and bloggers and whatever else you like to do on those crazy iPads you got there.
Now, there's something I want to touch on here really quickly here. Because our last episode a couple of days ago, which already has posted on Coast to Coast Gaming Central, our website, on iTunes. You can download the podcast, or you can listen to the podcast on SoundCloud or YouTube. You can watch the video format. Just throw that out there. After which, we started getting some rumors on release dates. Now, there's a certain game that I know Mr. Money and Mr. Crazy Kid are really excited for. And that game is called Bloodborne. Now, the rumored release time frame for that game is early next year, with fingers pointing towards March. Now, to add to that, we already know that the order releases in February. I think it's February 27th, right, Cody?
I thought it was
February 20-something.
Yeah.
The other rumor, Batman Arkham Knight will release in February next year. Do you see the trend I'm getting at here? Because The Witcher 3 releases in February of next year.
These games release.
February is kind of awful. Those are all three games
which would be very.
First quarter is going to be awful. Period.
Yeah, which would be a very weird decision, by the way, of Warner Brothers, because the rumored release date for Batman is the exact same release date for The Witcher 3, and they published both games. And you would assume...
WB publishes Witcher 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, Corbin. Duh.
Interesting. So that would...
So they're competing with their own profits.
Yeah, but that's why I don't think that Batman rumor is true. I don't think they want to take away from one game's sales with the other.
Yeah, I'd certainly hope not.
Because in a way, that was sort of like, if you put out Batman against The Witcher, Batman's clearly going to win that battle. And then you're going to have some problems. So,
yeah.
Nonetheless.
It'd be a bloodbath, that's for sure.
Potentially, though, for next year, in February alone, we're looking at The Witcher, Batman, and The Order. And then right after that, Bloodborne in March. So.
Nasty. February sounds nasty. Just absolutely nasty.
Reminds me of March of this year.
Yeah, March of this year did have some good ones.
It's South Park, Infamous, Titanfall. I think there was something else. I'm trying to remember there was like a game every week.
How dare you?
What?
Ground Zeroes and Dark Souls 2.
Ground Zeroes was in March? That was February.
No, that was in March. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. March also included Ground Zeroes and Dark Souls 2. Well, there you go.
Money is offended.
I am.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I just want to go out there just to start hitting around some of these release dates for some of these games. Beginning this fall, usually I always say the game that kicks off the holiday, fall season video game major releases is Madden, just because Madden's that game every year at the end of the summer that lots of people go out and buy, and then after that it's just big release after big release. So pretty much once August hits, we're pretty much going to be non-stop for a while. I want to throw that out there. Actually, if you're a PS4 owner and you're picking up The Last of Us Remastered, then maybe starting up here in July and not stopping for a while in terms of big game releases. So,
All right.
still have to do you guys. Moving back on the news.
I hear a lot of thunder outside.
While Booth hears thunder outside. Microsoft has updated its Japanese developers list for the Xbox One. Now, the list includes 70 Japanese developers. Pretty much Microsoft is trying to cater to that market a lot now. Because they see the PS4 struggling, so they figure maybe they have a shot. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because the Parappa the Rapper creators are listed in that for making a game for Microsoft. Now, the reason why I bring that up, because I know there's quite a few PlayStation fanboys out there that are very, very vocal about maybe like a Parappa the Rapper game, or or any other classic PS1 game that we may have loved. But that's a little interesting piece of news there. To be fair, also someone else that's on board for the Xbox One is Level 5, which are the people that made Ni no Kuni for PS3. So they're on board. From Software is on board. Obviously, they're third party. Other big Japanese name, Platinum Games, which we already know because they have that exclusive game coming out. Arc System Works. That's Blaze Blue, Bandai Namco Games, Tekken. But money. What's the difference between Bandai Namco Games and Bandai Namco Studios?
I have no idea.
Either way, they're separate on here.
Because Namco and
Konami,
Bandai wants to put their name on everything.
Yeah. Yep. Marvelous AQL. I don't know who they are, but either way, what I'm getting at is, it's pretty cool that we're, some developers we haven't heard from in quite some time are coming out of the woodwork and making some games. It's pretty cool. But I know it'll boil some people's blood to find out that the people that make Parappa the Rapper are going to make a game for the Xbox and not for the PlayStation. But hey, sometimes you just got to accept it.
It's an industry.
It is in the industry, for sure. Talk about that PlayStation Store update, shall we?
No.
Oh.
Or if you could talk
Yes.
about
Begin.
really quickly here. PlayStation Store update. Now we're a day late on this one, but hey, it happens. On the PlayStation 4, you can pre-order Sniper Elite 3 for $50.
I'm buying that.
On PS3, you can pre-order Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn for $40.
Hogan's out.
Oh, no.
PS4 games. PS4 games. Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark. You get that for $60. And that's the big Transformers game.
Those are some nasty games.
Really? Just released on PS4 now? RBI Baseball 2014. That's released on PS4.
Oh, boy. Good luck trying to
on
get any of the
Xbox?
show fans on that.
$19.99. I think this game should have stayed on the Xbox. But
Yeah, there's not a chance in hell it's going to break into that.
for you guys that don't know what RBI Baseball is, no, it's not a baseball game with made-up characters. It's legit MLB teams, MLB players, and some old retro baseball gameplay. They claim it has updated modern graphics. I saw screenshots on my Xbox One, and those graphics are not modern. But
Hey, it is an Xbox
maybe the game.
One, you must say.
Oh, this game probably looks just as bad on the PS. But maybe the gameplay is really fun. Who knows? Either way,
That could be.
it costs $19.99. So if you want a baseball game and you don't want to fork out a whole bunch on the show, even though you know it's the better game, you can get RBI Baseball. Moving on, Blue Estate released on PS4. Now this is a darkly funny on-rail shooter based on comic books from Victor Krabashev. It says, while experiencing the smoothness of motion controls with the DualShock 4 wireless controller, play as the psychopathic Tony and the ex-soldier Clarence as they face the most dangerous enemies. Bloodshed is always better when shared, so invite a friend to join the massacre through a no-risk cooperative mode. Blue Estate, 1999, PS4. Also released Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Actually, this game, from what I hear, is actually very good. Costs $14.99. This is the story of crossed destinies and broken love in a world torn apart, of people who will try to survive the horror of the trenches following their faithful canine companion. In Valiant Hearts, the lives of these characters are incredibly drawn together over the course of the game. Friendship, love, sacrifice, and tragedy befall each one as they help each other retain their humanity against the horrors of war. $14.99, Valiant Hearts: The Great War. And that was released on PS4 this week. On PS3, Grid Autosport released on for $50. Grid is the racing game that actually got very popular after the first one. I'm surprised they didn't at least just port this to PS4, but also Transformers came on PS3. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate Core Fighters came out. Don't know what that is. Sounds like a DLC. Hold on. It says, join us in celebrating over 1.3 million downloads. Core Fighters, for limited time only. Hold on. Core Fighters offers all the content of Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, except for certain characters, music, and story mode, so anyone can experience the fighting game. Oh, so they have a free-to-play version of that game? I had no idea.
Ah, that's pretty cool. I might check that out.
I think Money will go download that. He's quick to download the free-to-play fighters. You ever hit up that Soul Calibur button?
Yeah. Oh, it actually worked?
Yeah, finally.
Was it as bad as everybody said?
Yep.
Oh, you'll have to give us your opinion on the Dead or Alive.
It's not online. It's single player, but on online servers. So
it just makes no sense to me. Wonder what those meetings in in those offices went like when they were thinking about that system. We're gonna have a free-to-play game that's only single player, but you gotta connect to the online anyway, so it's a fighting game. Doesn't matter. Don't need it. This is very strange.
Now this next one
online doesn't make sense.
This next one doesn't make any sense to me. X-Blaze Code in Byron. Now this game is a This game is set 150 years before the events of Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger, which is the first game in the Blaze Blue series, which I love. Now this sounds fantastic, except it costs $33.99 and it's nothing but a graphic novel. So,
whoa. That's nasty.
The graphic novel for $33.99. Now I understand Arc System versus a small studio, but come on, $34 for a graphic novel.
Better be the best art I've ever freaking seen.
Yeah. Nonetheless, there you go. The Altuler Rorona Plus with bonus. This is a remake of a 2010 hit. It's a Japanese RPG for the PS3. Need I say more?
Woo!
Comes with the orange swimsuit pack, the Peach Vacation pack, and the Ladies Eclipse pack.
Oh, yeah.
On Vita this week. Oh, I didn't know this came out on Vita. I'm about to buy it. Finally, Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma came out, a.k.a. Blaze Blue 3, finally released on Vita for $40. It came out 3 months after it came out on PS3.
I didn't expect anyone to keep track of which one's the second one, which one's the third one, which one's the first one with names like that.
Careful. Yeah, I'm probably going to go pick that up right now, actually, or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. But anyway, yep, that came out on Vita. I love me some Blaze Blue. I didn't know that was out on Vita. Also, that Blaze Blue graphic novel also released on Vita for the same price, $33.99. Z-Run. Fight, dodge, slide, and jump your way through a post-apocalyptic city packed with vicious flesh-eating zombies as you attempt to escape with at least a few of your limbs still attached. Z-Run on PlayStation Vita for $8.99. And End of Serenity. It says, throughout history, mysterious objects known as Adama gems have existed all over the world. The people of the world have used them for many things, for simple family heirlooms to even objects of worship. However, recently a gang known as Underworld has been going around collecting any and all Adama gems that they can find. What exactly is their aim? End of Serenity, $14.99 on the Vita. Which also released on PSP, a new PSP game. End of Serenity for $14.99.
Oh man, even though the system's discontinued, still getting them games.
Yeah. And then the PS2 classic of the week is SMT Devil Summoner 2 for $10. And then
Still waiting on that Gravity Luster.
I know. And then apps I got an update this week. Apparently Crackle got an update. Daily Burn on PS3. HBO, MLB TV, Redbox, and WWE Network. By the way, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is this Sunday. So if you're a wrestling fan, check that out. And yes, we're still waiting on that WWE 2K15 trailer. So hurry up, 2K.
And it'll take their time, alright?
There's a Blue Estate demo on PS4. I didn't know that. I'm actually going to go download that now. So I'm all for demos. Other than that pretty much covers it. Let's see. There's a few price changes on here I can talk about real quick. If you're into... Well, none of them are PS3 games, so... Or, fail. None of them are PS4 games. Yeah. Dishonored Game of the Year is $30. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z costs $30 on Vita, $40 on PS3. A lot of Dust DLC, and that's about it. If you have a Vita, or actually, if you have a PS3, you can get Assassin's Creed Liberation HD for $9 this week.
Nope.
Dynasty Warriors Extreme Legends Complete Edition, $19. Didn't that game just come out?
Yep.
Escape Plan on PS4 costs $7. 2K on PS4 costs $30. Ollie Ollie costs $6.29. Actually, yeah, that game's good.
Sorry. Corgan, it's your time. You get 2K, $30.
No. No.
Your time,
The
man.
PlayStation Store has Halloween for $4.99. I may have to buy out of respect to Michael Myers.
I do want to get that Valiant Hearts game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that sounds good, don't it? But, hey, buddy, I don't know why the PlayStation Store made such a huge deal, but they're having a huge movie sale in the PlayStation Store right now. And I see that they have Max Payne.
Max Payne.
The Max Payne for $8. We may have to be out there and stuff.
I would never buy that.
Max Payne costs the same as Daredevil. That's how you know it sucks. The Great Gatsby costs $7.99. That's beast. I love that movie. Anyway, that's the PlayStation Store update. Killzone Shadowfall. You know that launch game that looks really, really good?
Getting that DLC.
Yeah, actually the DLC came out today. The online co-op expansion released today.
So
4-player co-op. Secure uplink to VSA headquarters from behind enemy lines while fending off an army of Hellgas soldiers. Complete your mission. The 4 of you have to rely on solid teamwork and make the most of your unique combat roles.
Now everyone that had that game's already sold it anyway.
I know. If this would have been there at launch, this game would probably still have a strong online.
I still own it actually, but I was thinking of trading it in, but I said, what the heck. I wanted something that I had from launch. That looked pretty, besides Assassin's Creed 4. So, I kept
the farming simulator is out on the Vita now.
What?
Woo!
So simulators seem to be the way to go now. Yeah, man, the farming simulator on the Vita. There's not much more to say other than they have tractors and hay. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's a farming simulator on the Vita. I still prefer the goat simulator myself.
I still need to get that game. But first I want to get the Stanley Parable.
I should have got it when it was on sale.
I know I should too, but oh well. I'll get it sooner or later.
Hey, we're having technical difficulties here, but like always, we overcome technical difficulties. As I was saying, well, actually, I just finished up the PlayStation Store update. There was not a Valiant Hearts demo, by the way, in case you guys get confused with that. We're going to move on to more relevant things here. You know what? Earlier in the week, on our first podcast, I mentioned that we were going to do a game reveal. I'm very happy to go ahead and reveal this to you guys. This game was sent to us directly from the developers at Deceptive Games. Excuse me, Deceptive Games. Don't kill me, guys. And the game is called Kidnapped. So Kidnapped. Oops, sorry. Now I'm having technical difficulties here. I'm trying to get all the information right. Now I do myself personally. I've played the game, so I know it is. So Kidnapped here. This is a game that is it's going to be on the PC for now. They haven't announced any other platforms yet. Now the build that we got to see was alpha, so we didn't really get to see a whole lot. The Kidnapped. Long story short, you wake up in the cold and you're alone, and you've been kidnapped. So you have to traverse through spooky 200-year-old manor, evade your captor, and survive. It's a psychological first-person story-driven adventure horror game with a great emphasis on exploration and puzzle solving. Now, more than 50% of the objects in the game in the world can be interacted with, whether examined, used, or picked up. Kidnapped dynamically changed the game world as the player progresses and aims to unnerve the player continuously. So it is a horror game, very dark game as well. Similarities to the games like Outlast, Daylight, that kind of stuff. There is combat in this game, though. Now, this game, again, currently, it is only on PC for now. We haven't announced any other platforms. Don't know a time frame or release window yet either. It's made by Deceptive Games, or a talented studio. Now, again, this game has over 50% of the game's environment. You can interact with it. It dynamically changes the world, which means the game changes landscape and direction as the player moves throughout the world, so anything can happen. It has very high detail, so it has very, very quality graphics, lots of realism. If you have the PC that can run it that high, definitely go ahead and do that. And even if you can't, it still looks mighty good. And then this game is pretty much aimed to provide a psychology experience to the player. Nothing as is. So pretty much you're always going to constantly think if you should do one thing or the other, because you don't know what's going to be the response to that or what the consequences of that situation is going to be. So definitely go and check out their game. Really cool game. Deceptive Games, again, talented studio. I'll have to post up a link here. Also, get on their mailing list. Sign up on their mailing list to get the latest news and information about Kidnapped and other products from Deceptive Games as well. Also, tell your friends, man, and definitely give this game a look. It's going to be a good game for sure. Myself personally, I reached out to them and asked them a few questions. They said they'd be more than happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions about this game at all, let us know. We'll pass it along to them and see if we get any answers back for you guys. And also any other announcements regarding platforms or anything, or any release dates, anything like that that we get, we'll pass this along to you. Remember, Kidnapped. So go and check it out. We'll post a link. Mighty cool game. game for sure. So that's our game. That's our reveal here. I would like to thank Deceptive Games a lot for giving Coast to Coast Game Essential our very first game reveal and our very first game to talk about that everyone else isn't talking about. We really appreciate that. We also appreciate you guys for listening to the show. And we hope that you guys continue to listen to the show. And if you have anything that you would like us to talk about, feel free to reach out to us. Man, so very happy, very proud to be able to do that for you guys, and also very proud to be able to do that, just being a part of the podcast that we have now debuted the game to you guys. So whoever is listening to us, we've just so you know, we are, even though we've been slacking this past month, we're definitely are still putting in the work, and we're definitely. I mean, we are slacking on the website still, but we're working on that.
I think Monty can relate to that.
Oh boy.
Monty is the only guy that is posted on our website, so he deserves a big thank you as well.
Thank you, Slacker.
yeah, guys. So thank you guys a lot. Moving on, just because I want to bring this up because I know who's in this chat room here. Godzilla for PlayStation 3 has a debut trailer. Now, this game is only on PlayStation 3. It's from Namco. The funny thing is, the trailer sort of looks kind of cool.
So what you're telling me is the
game comes out in Japan this winter, so I don't even think it's going to come out here. If it does, it won't anytime soon. But
nobody said PS3 games can't look good still.
Yeah, go ahead and. Well, I wasn't talking about visually. I was just talking about just like game, like the game in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely go ahead and give the game a look for sure. If you like Godzilla at all. Or if you just want a good laugh, I don't know. And then, just because people are making a headline out of this for some reason, Hideo Kojima, he tends to stay in the news about a lot of stuff that's not Metal Gear related all the time. Today, Hideo Kojima visited Platinum Games and went to lunch with them. I don't know why this became a headline.
Oh no.
People are predicting that maybe they were discussing Rising Revengeance 2.
Time for Jack to let it rip again.
Interesting enough, actually, Platinum Games also had a lunch date, so to speak, with Microsoft's CEO today too. So they were pretty busy. So they were all there together: Kojima, Microsoft, and Platinum Games. So
exclusive. Smell like exclusive.
I don't know. Maybe some exclusive content. I don't know.
Well, they can keep Revengeance too.
Dang.
I agree.
Oh man, that game was terrible.
No love for the slice and dice?
I'm all for a slice and dice, just not bad slice and dice, that's all.
Well, to be fair, I don't think it was bad. I think the game was great.
Hey, to each their own.
We all have our opinions. I don't think we'll ever settle that one.
No, we'll never agree on that one. You think it was good? I think it was an absolute scandal.
I don't think it was good or bad.
It
was fun to play, but
unfortunately, I didn't think it was fun to play. But again, hey, my personal opinion.
Kojima promised to share more about the meeting that he had with Platinum Games in the next episode of Kojima Station broadcast. So, must have been something relevant. So I guess we'll find out whenever Kojima decides to spill the beans on that.
Yep.
Could be Zone of the Enders for all we know.
Platinum?
Hey, Platinum.
Please no.
Idea. Beautiful, whoever did that.
I don't know. I don't understand y'all hate for the platinum.
No, I don't hate platinum, but don't give
only.
them
I just don't understand why everyone seems to love platinum. Though.
Don't give them
They
the
made
enders.
one decent game, and that is it.
I'm fine with them making Revengeance.
I just don't understand.
One good game.
They've made one good game, and that's Bayonetta. And it wasn't even that great. It was alright, but
a wonderful
definitely was no Devil May Cry.
It's better than the new DMC, from what I hear. Yeah?
Not really.
And Bayonetta 2 looks epic.
To some people. I mean, I guess if I would try anything from them again, that would be the one. Just because I did kind of like the first one, but
Mad World on the Wii got really good reviews. That one. That was the first game.
Oh, I never played that one. But, you know, a lot of their games get really good reviews I just don't think they really deserve it.
Well, they're making The Legend of Korra for PS4 and Xbox One. Really? They're making a game for Activision?
I don't know what Legend of Korra is. So.
I don't either, but apparently it's some game they're making for Activision. The action-adventure comedy game, apparently. Huh.
Okay.
Based off a Nickelodeon show. Alright.
Well, I mean, they already are pretty nasty with their storytelling, so that seems like a good fit, actually.
There you go. Kojima had lunch with Platinum Games and Microsoft today. That's fine. He is on N4G so much we can make this a weekly segment. But we're not. Sometimes when Kojima says he's depressed, I don't understand it.
Oh yeah. That's just Kojima in a nutshell.
Kojima in a nutshell. And really quickly here, just some bad news, really. Actually, yeah, I guess you could consider it bad news. A couple things that have happened recently. One, Crytek, the studio that makes Crysis, they're very close to going bankrupt, which it looks like they are going to be bankrupt, which sort of sucks for them. And their biggest failure was Rise. So pretty much how much it cost to make Rise, they didn't get that back. So
that game has been in development for ages.
Yeah. And then Capcom, actually, they want someone to buy their shares so they don't go bankrupt. So.
Well, they didn't really say that, but they said they'd be open to it.
But yeah, they're open to it. But
yeah,
I think
they just took down the thing. They just took down the defense to it. I don't think that necessarily means that they want someone to do it, but they're open to the possibility.
I personally think they're inferring they want someone to do it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have come out and said they couldn't afford to make Street Fighter V on PS4 last year.
Actually, you know what I heard? Actually, Street Fighter V is in the early production stages.
Really?
Mhm.
Well,
so
hot. Well,
obviously, when I mean early, it could be very early, but
it could be artwork.
Yeah. But hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Well, yes. If
I hope no one buys them, honestly. I hope they just get out of it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just want Capcom to get back to doing what they do best, but, you know.
I mean, that's the thing. They really haven't done that much bad, though.
Dark Void, man.
Like, yeah, Dark Void, but, hey, you know, I mean, Nobody bats 1,000 in the game industry.
Man, there was Asura's Wrath, there was the Dark Void, there was the...
Asura's Wrath actually was a fun game, it just had a nasty ending. Very nasty ending.
They have about legit 4 versions of Street Fighter 4 out now.
That's because the freaking fan base asks for it all the time. People that don't follow Street Fighter, yeah, they're not going to get it, but it's not for them, so I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, and then Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, Resident Evil 6. That's one of their few good, like, terrible games of this gen, I'd say.
And then, yep. And then they just had, like, unrealistic sales goals for a lot of their games.
Yeah, well, you know,
I
think just about every company's, you know, guilty of that. AKA Square Enix.
Square Enix, yeah. Tomb Raider.
Sold 4 million. Well, we were expecting 7 million, so disappointing.
Yeah. Even though I will say DMC probably underwhelmed them for sure. They probably expected.
Yeah, I know.
It to be a much
people
bigger
didn't
hit.
want to try something new. Sorry.
Yeah, because they got that Revengeance, man.
That game did not sell that much better.
But had Revengeance not been there, DMC would have been like up there.
What?
Oh, you know what's funny? That Legend of Korra game that I mentioned that Platinum Games is working on, that was actually announced today, and I had no idea. So there you go. New news for today.
And we got a healthy Capcom discussion.
Yep, The Legend of Korra is a third-person hack-and-slash action game. It's a companion to the Nickelodeon TV series of the same name. And it's going to release on 360, Xbox One, PS3, PlayStation 4, and PC this year. And it's published by Activision. And then at the end, they said their Platinum Games is also working on the Wii U exclusive Bayonetta 2 and the Xbox exclusive Scaled Down. But where's that PlayStation 4 exclusive at? Anyway. So that's what happened with that today. And to cap off the news of the week, for any PC gamer that's listening, and I'm sure you know this, but I'm going to mention it because we haven't yet, the Steam sale is going on. The Steam summer sale is going on. So, if you have some money to spend on Steam, well, that was a great time to go get about 20 games for about $30.
You should also tell them about that Rock Simulator coming to PC.
Yeah.
Rock Simulator's coming to PC.
I'm out.
Crazy, you know more about that than I do, if you would like to share it.
All I know is that, you know, there's a Rock Simulator coming to the PC. That's legit all it is. You can be a rock.
Like, you can be a rock.
Like, they haven't said a lot on it. It was just announced, like, you know, there's a Rock Simulator coming. You had your Go Simulator, you had you had the Tractor Simulator, you had all that. Now you got a Rock Simulator. You can be a rock in like really nice environments in the grass. Yeah. There's some screenshots. I think if you go, there was a website. I can't remember what it was now. I forgot the website, unfortunately. Well, I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find it. You'll find it if you Google it. But yeah.
Oh, and really quickly, Shovel Knight, which is a game that releases tomorrow on the Wii U and 3DS and PC. This is only on Nintendo and PC. Reviews are coming in, and I kid you not, people are arguing that this is the best game released so far in 2014. They're saying that it's amazing gameplay, great soundtrack, new game plus mode's great, beautiful graphics, lots and lots of upgrades. Corey, do you know what Shovel Knight is?
Never heard of it.
Okay, so I'll give you the lore on it, so to speak. I don't know how to best. It's an old school platformer game that has like your typical old school difficulty pixel art. Yeah. It doesn't fall into the trap of too common with like-minded games though. it's not like a cash-in or a half-baked concept either. To be honest, it's from the looks of it, it's almost like one of the best like retro-inspired looking games since like Capcom came out with Mega Man 9 and 10 on the PS3. It plays it's inspired a lot by Mega Man as well. It has like a world map and everything.
I wasn't really too big of a Mega Man fan, but.
Well, no, I just mean like in terms of how the game's laid out, like a Mega Man game, like you know how like Mega Man there was like all the different bosses and that kind of stuff. There's that, but you have a world map like Mario 3. I don't know, man. The best way to look, my personal recommendation would be to just look it up, see.
Let's see.
However, yeah, early reviews are coming in. All over N4G, IGN give it a 9. Scroll down N4G, nothing but good stuff. IGN went as far as to say is arguably the best game released so far in 2014. Even though they tend to say that about a lot of games that they give a 9 or higher to. But there you go. So Shovel Knight is releasing only on Nintendo platforms starting tomorrow and on PC. So. And it is still. That Wii U getting new games. And with that, I will hand this to Boost Dusk for his segment because we are done with the headlines for the week.
Yay.
Pardon.
That was disgusting.
I know. I'm sorry, Boost Dusk.
Well, actually, Boost Dusk, really quickly, they're making a second Afro Samurai video game.
Yay!
The studio that made the first game.
Someone's fan is on their mind, by the way.
They haven't specified platforms yet. There you go. New Afro Samurai game coming out.
I'm pumped.
Now on the Boost Dusk section.
This is the Boost Ducks. This is Dusk. Anyway, it's my section, my part, to where I asked, what game have you been playing this week? So,
get them crazy.
I'm going to start off with Corgan. Yeah, do it different. Corgan, what have you been playing
Someone's fan, man.
I'm, let's see, I've been playing Watch Dogs, Injustice, Mario Kart, and MLB The Show.
Alright. So, yeah, more money. What have you been playing this week?
Demon Souls.
Yeah.
That's it?
Money fixes 2K rosters.
Well, I played a little 2K. NBA 2K.
And you freed up MK with the
Bucks.
Hey, that's all right, cause money know Kobe back now.
We ain't scared.
Hey.
We got hop back on there as soon as we finish this podcast.
Hey. Alright. So, Crazy, what have you been playing this week?
The same really. GTA 5. I've been playing that W 2K14. And that's it really. I'm waiting on that W2K15 trailer. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Alright. So, MK, what have you been playing this week?
Well, some Injustice, UFC, a little bit of 2K again with money. I started up Rise. Haven't played it since the day I started it up. Played a little bit of Mario Kart with Gorgon. And then I've just been on Steam because the summer sale has taken my wallet and my soul, and I've been on Steam.
And he wants Stanley Parable.
And I do want Stanley Parable. And if you have a PC that can run such games, download the Stanley Parable demo. Thank you, Corgan, for showing me the light.
You're welcome.
Corgan, always a bad influence. Anyway.
I don't remember that comment, Boost Dust.
Anyway, so, what have I been playing this week?
Nothing.
GTA. I started to start playing Watch Dogs.
Oh, what was that one game you played on the PC which is like kind of like Rock Band, except you can use your own music?
Oh yeah, audio.
You remember what it's called, MK? I recommended it to him.
Audio Surf.
How much was that for the PC on Steam, MK? I think you should let people know if you haven't already talked about it.
$1.99 is $2. I like the game. It's pretty pro. It's real pro.
It's basically like Rock Band, except you don't need to buy DLC. You just put your own songs in the game, which is pretty cool.
Audio Surf 2 is actually out for $9 right now.
Oh, they got a second one as well.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't get that.
I will say this. Now that I've actually got dug into Steam, I will say there's like a whole world of games out there that I haven't even paid attention to unless they came to console. But man, there's some really talented developers out there. And actually, to be honest, like some of these, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, they really it's a good thing that this generation they're reaching out to those indie companies more, because PS3 and 360 and Wii, they were really fucking missing out. So it's a good thing that they're really getting these games on here now.
Well, they didn't miss out too much. They had The Last of Us. Alright, I'll stop.
We did have The Last of Us.
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, there's some games that PC gamers are missing on too, but I mean, the non-AAA, people say there's no games, meaning like when there's not some AAA game coming out, nobody's paying attention. But those indie games, like I said, a lot of those games are better than a lot of the AAA games that come out, and I'll stay to that. So it's good that Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo are reaching out to these guys, because, like I said, now we won't be missing out on people that don't have a PC, for instance. You won't be missing out on all these great games that these guys are creating. So I think it's a good thing. That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it all up. Oh yes, Monty. Or is he here?
He's not here.
No, he's here.
Well, he's here, but I figured I shouldn't ask the question because there's nobody here talking. I think he's not talking. No offense, Monty, but yeah, and that's it.
Man, we actually got through the booth test section with no craziness. I mean, I still got a couple systems I could go through. I didn't talk about the Vita, the 3DS.
All right.
Talk about it if you got time.
Well, Vita, I haven't played it, and my 3DS.
Oh shoot! I forgot to ask you, MK. My God.
What?
Did I even ask you?
Yeah, you asked me before you asked yourself.
Sometimes Boost Dust memory escapes him, folks. You just have to forgive him.
And with that, I would like to say,
I need some
thank
sleep.
you for listening to episode 15 of Coast to Coast Game Essential Podcast.
I need sleep.
Boost Dust needs sleep. I am your host, and sometimes I say, unfortunately, your host. I'm just playing. I love you guys. I am MKGUY, or Jaron Dorsey, as you may know, or whatever. Speaking of which, just to throw this out there, the other day I asked Corgan, well, we and Corgan were talking, and Corgan forgot my freaking name. But then I told him
I don't say it that often. I don't say it, so how the hell am I supposed to remember?
And then I said J and N, and he guessed Jaron right away. Like, I feel like he didn't say John. He didn't say Jonathan. No, he said
Jaron.
Or Jaron. Fucking crazy.
That dude's Jaron.
You know, you my guy, Michael Myers. But
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
We have fun here at Coast to Coast. Anyway, I'm Jaron, MKGUY, or Mario Kart Guy, as some of my Nintendo people have called me now. Even though I couldn't get past fucking 5th place today.
Oh man, it was brutal, folks. Let me tell you.
Actually, next podcast I might be on there. So
Bulls won't play us in Mario Kart, and we've all had the game for like a month now.
Well, I can't blame him for not wanting to face me. I mean, I am the best of all. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually gotten really good at that game.
Man, anyway, I'm MKGUY. With me, I got my boy Monty, who is quiet right now. With me, I got my boy Mr. Money, Mo Money. I got the money, El Lauliet, or whatever you want to call him, Money.
Adios.
And then I got my boy Crazy Kid, or Michael, or Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. Crazy.
The Nightmare. Yeah. Alright, see you later, man. It's my W character's name.
With me, I got my boy Booster Dusk.
yes, later.
I got the camera guy, a Boss Dre guy.
Man, I'm tired. Later.
We hope a Boss Dre guy stays alive. He's having some storms. And then last but certainly not least, my boy K Lyric Core God 1.
I remember, folks. If you ain't playing The Last of Us, you know the rest. You ain't one of us.
They don't know. Right.
What the heck are we doing here? Oh, or that. You take your pick, folks. See, that's the best thing about that saying. You can say whatever you like, as long as it involves The Last of Us.
Okay, well, in that case, Sonic runs all over The Last of Us. Oh.
And then Joel just shoots Sonic while he's running.
What's up with the violence, man?
But Joel can't aim that fast.
In which case, then Sonic trips and then he gets bitten and eaten by clickers. So there you go.
Hedgehogs aren't huge clickers. And by the way, go USA tomorrow. Just to throw that out
Touche.
there. We can beat Germany.
We can. I have
or at
faith.
least draw with them.
Yep.
Right?
1 and 2.
Ain't USA playing tomorrow?
We do play tomorrow. And Crazy Kid, you will claim to be American for those 90 minutes.
I'll watch it. It seems like maybe a good game. It's anyone's game.
Yeah.
But and with that, thank you for listening to episode 15. Again, thank you guys at Deceptive Games for letting us reveal your game. I'm looking forward to playing Kidnapped, a full build, and we're going to post a link to it for all of our listeners as well, so you guys can check it out. If you're watching the video version, you'll see on the right side of the screen, Monty, he actually posted the link there for you guys to type in, but we'll post it in the description as well. So again, thank you guys. Kidnapped will be releasing sometime in the near future or in the later future. Who knows? With that, thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to go back to our once a week format now. Next week, be sure to tell K Lyric congratulations.
Thank you. Yo, guys don't need to. But thank you anyway if you do.
I
Be sure
won't.
to tell K-Lyric congratulations. Boost Dusk won't. Monty still won't have a girlfriend, and we'll be back here for episode 6.
Come on, man. He's not even there.
Shot below the
MK
belt.
had a sex change.
Well,
And on that note, alright guys, I'm back. What I missed?
No, we were just playing around in that banner. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we were just having some fun, and Boost was busy giving Crazy some services.
I got that.
Maybe.